Alright, what's going on, guys? Your boy TG. Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to part 2 of my Boston Bruins Original 6 Franchise Mode Series. Missed the last episode. We did win the Stanley Cup against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who is what we are up against at the first game of our season. We're up against the Maple Leafs, and we won the Stanley Cup against them last year. We look forward to going back-to-back, though, as we go to edit lines. So the first line is Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, and David Pastrnak getting the +2. Second line is David Perron, Jonathan Tage, who we got at the trade deadline or free agency, and Tyler Bertuzzi getting the solid 0. Third line is Jake DeBrusk, David Krejci, and Vladimir Tarasenko getting the solid 0 right there. Fourth line is Michael Bunting, Pavel Zacha, and Taylor Hall getting a +2. Defense, Matt Grzelcyk and Charlie McAvoy getting a +1. Second pair is Eric Gustafsson and Dmitry Orlov getting a solid 0. Third pair is Hampus Lindholm and Brandon Carlo getting a solid 0. And the goalies are Jeremy Swayman and Linus Ullmark. So we look forward to going back-to-back here in part 2. Hopefully we'll make the playoffs. We should make the playoffs, though. Without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys, so we reached the end of the season with a 54-20-8 record with 116 points in the division, so let's go. Would have liked to been in first in the division, but the Maple Leafs just edged us there with 118 points, unfortunately. I don't know how that came to be, but it is. We'll see who the leading point scorer is, and that is Brad Marchand with 77 points in 80 games. See how everybody else did. So Brad Marchand got 77 points. David Pastrnak, 77 points. Patrice Bergeron with 69 points. Vladimir Tarasenko with 60 points. Tyler Bertuzzi with 58 points. Charlie McAvoy, 49 points. Hampus Lindholm, 47 points. David Perron, 42 points. And David Krejci, 42 points. And so forth. League-wise now, Mitch Marner finishes with 118 points in 82 games. So congrats to him. Most goals. And it is Austin Matthews with 61 goals to finish it right there. David Pastrnak got 61 in real life. Most assists is Mitch Marner with 77 assists. Most points for a defenseman. And Anna Fox takes it with 70 points in 82 games. Rookie skaters. Sean Farrell with 31 points. Could take home the caller this year. All right, guys, so we're going to sim to the playoffs, see who we face, and hope to go back-to-back here. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys, so we're going to be taking on the New York Rangers in the semifinal right here. This could be an Eastern Conference Final matchup in real life. I did predict it on my playoff bracket. But anyway, we're going to hop right into it. We're going to sim these first 3 games, see how we do. Okay, leading the series 2-1 right there. All right, can we win game 4? And we do not, as we lose 6-5 in overtime. Can we win game 5? And we do not, as we get shut out in game 5. We got to win the next 2 straight. We want to go back-to-back here in part 2. First period, game 6, 2-2, so each team's getting 2 goals. Second period, scoreless. All right. Third period now, scoreless. Overtime. And Michael Bunting, the overtime hero, gets the overtime win for us. We win 3-2 in overtime and force a game 7 at Boston. So we're at home now for game 7. First period, 3-1. That's a good start right there. All right. Second period, scoreless. Okay. Third period, 5-1. Let's go. We take it 5-1 against the Rangers, and we go back to the Stanley Cup Final, and we face the Toronto Maple Leafs as they sweep this series against the Detroit Red Wings. We beat them last episode. We can definitely beat them here. Send the first 3 games and see how we do. Okay, leading the series 2-1. Can we win Game 4 against the Maple Leafs? And we do. Let's go. We take Game 4. 4-1 win right there. We can win it in Game 5 in Toronto. Let's go. First period, 1-0. That's not a good start, but we're down by a goal, so it's okay. Second period, 2-1. Still down by a goal. Hopefully make a comeback in the third period. Let's go. Vladimir Tarasenko makes it 2-2. Ties this game up. Let's go. All right. Could get a late minute goal. Who knows? Come on. Late minute goal. And it doesn't happen, but at least Vladimir Tarasenko ties this game up at 2. We're going into overtime now. We're going to play this overtime game. And we're going to see if we can beat the Toronto Maple Leafs for the second straight episode in this franchise mode series. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys, so overtime is underway. Let's get this puck up to Patrice Bergeron. Coming in, little backhand, and then stopped by Samsonov. All right, Dmitry Orlov with the puck. Pass up to David Pastrnak, and he gets checked right into the boards. Patrice Bergeron with the puck now. Slices across Vladimir Tarasenko, and that doesn't go. What a pass stopped by Ilya Samsonov, and what a chance for Vladimir Tarasenko to bury it right there. But it doesn't happen, unfortunately. Maple Leafs shoot this puck down the ice. All right. David Pastrnak with the puck now. Comes up the right wing. Holds. Stops. Holds again. Gets it off to Brandon Carlo. Now back out to Orlov. He comes in. Little wrist shot, and that is covered up by Ilya Samsonov. Oh, boy. All right. Face off to the right of Samsonov. Face off in the Leaf zone right here. Brad Marchand is in the face-off circle. And that's won by Toronto. Brody gets it back. Poke check by David Perron. Here's Bertuzzi. Tyler Bertuzzi coming in. He shoots. He scores. He scores. He scores. Tyler Bertuzzi, the overtime hero in the Boston Bruins for the second straight episode, are the Stanley Cup champions. Whoa, what a overtime it was. All the players pour out onto the ice now. Celebrate as they win their second straight Stanley Cup against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Get it done in part 1, and we also get it done in part 2 for the second straight year. Let's go. Last episode, we won it at home against the Toronto Maple Leafs. This episode, we win it in Toronto. Let's go. And there's the Stanley Cup right there. Alrighty. I think my commentary skills were on point, not going to lie. Not going to lie. I think I had a little bit of good commentary skills right there. As we see Patrice Bergeron over to get the puck. I mean, not the puck. Sorry, guys. Stanley Cup from Gary Bettman. And he raised it high in the sky in Toronto. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I said puck. I meant Stanley Cup. Obviously, those two aren't the same thing. Sometimes, guys, I stutter with my words, so I'm not going to lie to you. But anyway, we're going to hand this off to our Conn Smythe Trophy winner, Brad Marchand. Let's go. Get it high in the sky, Brad Marchand. Boston Bruins, second straight episode, are your Stanley Cup champions. I'm going to hand this off to, let's see. I'm going to hand this off to David Pastrnak. Had a 60-goal season in real life. He actually got 61 goals. That's still about 60. So scoring 60-plus goals in real life. He gets to hoist the Stanley Cup right here in front of the Toronto Maple Leafs fans, in front of a few Boston Bruins fans who are here in attendance. And last but not least, we're going to hand the Stanley Cup off to Jonathan Tage. He could be retiring at the end of the season, could be retiring in real life. And so he gets to hoist the Stanley Cup for one last time, but this time as a Boston Bruin and not a Blackhawk. He won 3 Stanley Cups with the Blackhawks in real life, and one of them being against the Boston Bruins. Of course, we all know that was in 2013, where the Blackhawks scored 2 goals in 17 seconds to win the Stanley Cup against the Boston Bruins in Game 6. That was one of my favorite Blackhawks playoff games and one of my favorite playoff games in general, guys. As a long time Blackhawks fan, I've been rooting for the Blackhawks all my life. And I know about that game. I watched the game before. I watched it dozens of times. I even watched the highlights. And that was just a terrific game to see Blackhawks being the Stanley Cup champions in 2013 right there. Boston Bruins back-to-back Stanley Cup champions on NHL 23 as we win our second straight Stanley Cup against the Toronto Maple Leafs. We could win it against the Toronto Maple Leafs for a third straight year. Who knows? All right. I'm going to get out of here. Wait till this loads. All right, we're going to go all the way up to here. Boston Bruins, Stanley Cup champions. The Rangers AHL team takes home the Calder Cup. So, yeah. Go to awards now. So the Boston Bruins, Stanley Cup champions once again, winning it back-to-back here. And the Maple Leafs are the President's Trophy winners. Would have loved to win our second straight President's Trophy, but doesn't happen. Anyway, Art in the Heart Trophy goes to Mitch Marner. James Norris goes to Adam Fox. Lady Bean goes to Mitch Marner. Calder Trophy goes to Barron. Conn Smythe Trophy goes to Brad Marchand. Vezina Trophy goes to Linus Ullmark. And William Jennings also goes to Linus Ullmark. Bill Masterton goes to Jordan Osterley. Jack Adams Award goes to the Maple Leafs head coach. Frank J. Selke Trophy goes to Patrice Bergeron. Ted Lindsay Award goes to Mitch Marner. And the Reese Rocky Richard goes to Austin Matthews. Check the playoff tree now. So we beat the New York Rangers in 7. And we beat the Maple Leafs in 5. Maple Leafs sweep their series against the Red Wings, and they lose to us in 5. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit it with a like, hit it with a subscribe button. We'll try and aim for our third straight Stanley Cup in Part 3. Could win it again against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Who knows? Anyway, see you guys next time.